In 1994, I bought my first computer, a Macintosh PowerPC 6100, 66 MHz with 8 megabytes of RAM. Not 8 gigabytes, 8 megabytes. I had no intention at the time of doing much of anything creative, but while browsing a software demo CD, I stumbled upon a 3D animation program called Infini-D. I was blown away that I could create and animate 3D images on my basic home computer. After a year of tinkering, in 1995 this Star Wars AT-AT was my first serious attempt at modeling and animating a complex object. This AT-AT is mostly simple objects precisely shaped and assembled to achieve a seemingly complex form. I used no background reference images, only external images from books and movie clips of The Empire Strikes Back. All shapes and dimensions were estimated by measuring relative sizes in the images. The rigging is all in the form of parenting, and the animation is performed entirely through forward-kinematics, since Infini-D did not have inverse-kinematics. Nor did it have a motion graph editor, only a dope sheet-style keyframe editor. To prevent the feet from slipping, I placed markers on the ground near the stationary feet to indicate their hold position, then animated their position to correct any sliding. The background is a spherical environment map I created and rendered in Bryce, then mapped onto a sphere in Infini-D. After upgrading to Infini-D 3.0, which had a totally new spline-based modeler, I set out on an even more complicated project, to model and rig a human skeleton, which I accomplished in 7 weeks. I approached this in the same way as the AT-AT, using anatomy drawings as reference. I modeled every bone, including the carpals and tarsals of the hands and feet, every rib, and every vertebra from the tailbone to the skull. As you can tell from its comical appearance, the shape of the skull is too complex for a simple spline modeler to replicate, at least for an amateur like me, but I got close enough. The spline modeler lofted cross-section curves along a path and provided further control between cross-sections with longitudinal rail curves. You could model various organic or hard surfaces as well as you could conceive the necessary cross-sections. It also had a vertex-level mesh editor with proportional editing and simple deformations. The Infini-D software was in many ways awkward and simplistic, yet capable in the hands of an experienced artist. There were low-priced alternatives like Raydream Designer, Strata 3D, Bryce, and Hash, and a few mid-range programs like Electric Image. The Blender equivalent of that time was Lightwave 3D, which was bundled with the Amiga Video Toaster. Above those were the professional programs from Wavefront, Alias, Softimage, and Autodesk. Alias merged with Wavefront and later released Maya. I'm currently just a hobbyist in Blender and use this channel to share what I learn and think would be useful for others. Thanks for watching.